It's getting too autumn, yeah, my friend you need to cool down. Cool down. Oh, Granny, can you cool down? Yeah.
Hey guys, it's Esther.
It's Ifa.
And Yaz.
And welcome back to episode 2 of Iced Tea with a Drop of Yaz. On today's episode, we have a very special guest.
Yes, give it up for my friend of 7 years. We went to boarding school together, my Ghanaian queen, Ellice.
7.5.
7.5, come on. Basically 10 years, basically if you round it up, but yeah.
Running too much.
That's a long time. That is a long time.
And I know Esther 6.5
6 years.
Yeah, because she did below us. But yeah, I'm glad to be here, guys. Really excited.
Yeah, nice. Anyways, how's the tea this week?
So, basically, should we let our guest start?
No, go ahead,
How's your tea been?
This week?
Cold, warm, or boiling?
Yeah.
Your weekend,
Cold as
your
hell.
week.
I did nothing.
Wow.
I laid in bed, I slept, and that's about it. I went to work.
Oh, she's a working queen.
Yeah.
She's
Well,
making her moolah.
Is it my turn now?
yeah, go on.
So my tea's kind of warm, I guess.
Why? What happened?
I mean, okay, so first of all, I don't really do much but spend money.
Okay.
I always go into like town and I just I see something I like and
Just
my
quiet.
antics.
Yeah.
But unfortunately I heard on the news this week that a transgender woman, Brianna Gay, has unfortunately passed away, which was really sad.
Yeah.
Really sad. I hate hearing about that kind of stuff.
My
Yes.
tea was hot this week because I got ill on Saturday and I had a running temperature, and because of that it's like affecting my days.
Not nice.
Decent.
Hope you feel better now.
Thank you, I do.
Yeah.
Somebody that cares rather than please thank you.
You're literally next to me as well, so I need to move up a little bit. I can't lie.
I'm not sick anymore.
Nah,
Bro,
don't
I've
trust that.
recovered. I have recovered.
Yeah, I can hear your voice a little bit, but okay.
I'm in recovery.
Exactly.
Anyways,
Okay,
Ife, how about you?
My tea was boiling because one thing really upset me.
Absolutely.
I love
boiling,
Rihanna.
boiling.
And she came and called her child fine. So basically she said, oh, my son's so fine, something along those lines. Yeah. And people were like, oh my gosh, why is she calling her child fine? You're like it's too much of a sexual word for them apparently. And I don't know, I grew up with everybody describing kids as fine, like
Fine boy.
like you're fine, you're fine
Yeah, but that's
boy,
because,
fine
again,
girl.
we're Africans. You grew up in Nigeria.
Yeah,
so
but
it's
that's
different.
the thing. So my point, the thing that pissed me off is the fact that certain people just think that
African Americans.
that everything revolves
Americans,
around
actually,
them.
African
Like she's
Americans.
Caribbean. She's not even
Yeah. She
American,
grew up-
bro.
yeah.
Like she does. Like her lingo is not the same as yours.
Yeah.
So like, and even if in America, I just don't understand that one though.
No,
like,
it makes
fine
sense though.
being-
It's just a cultural barrier. Like obviously in Ghana, like obviously I didn't grow up in Ghana, but the time that I was in Ghana, fine boy, fine girl was a normal thing, right?
Yeah.
But I understand why the fine thing pisses people off or make people confused or feel weird, because obviously if it's sexualized in that country, that's how it is. That's how it is there. Especially because the week beforehand there was this woman on Twitter who had the same situation, but it was worse because her context was bad. Like she was calling her son, she called out like her 13-year-old son's girlfriend. And it was really weird. It was very like emotionally incest kind of relationship. And she also had a lot of tweets talking about her son is sexy, his son's a man of the house. So of course that was a
that's
week before.
crazy.
Exactly. So in their mind,
Did
that's
she use the word fine?
No, sexy, bro.
You
And fine. I
caught-
think she did both.
Okay.
So yeah,
And she was man of her house. And people are kind of put in that
Tying
situation with
it to
Rihanna
that.
once. Yeah, exactly. And America's is a bit different. I
Yeah,
get it.
but
understand why,
I
I don't care.
Okay, it's hard for me to understand because I didn't grow up like that. But
Yeah,
I respect
fair.
the fact that people grew up like that. But
Yeah.
don't come and impose your views and like what a word.
Yeah.
Like at least can we all just respect the dictionary? Like I just feel like let's go back to the urban. Like don't use urban dictionary. Go back
Urban
to.
dictionary means fine though.
Yeah, it means fine. It don't mean fine. Like do you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that made my
honestly
tea
think-
boil.
It's just another word for pretty for us, Africans and
I
Caribbean.
think that
honestly, it's nothing
she's
that deep.
obliged to call her child whatever she wants.
Of course, as long as the context is not
yeah, not
bad.
crazy.
Not
Yeah,
crazy, yeah, I'm saying. As long as it's not
And I
crazy.
think that I feel like it's mentality as well,
Yeah,
because
100%.
people have such
Doesn't it show that you're a bit weird for,
No,
for thinking that?
I don't feel like it means you're weird.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
like,
but,
the mentality.
but it's sad. It's sad because this world has made us think the worst, even when a mother is showing love to her child. And I think that just shows how far this world has gone.
I think it's tricky. I think
It's
I understand
crazy.
where people's hesitation comes from. Well,
Yeah.
Americans' hesitation comes from.
Is it because of the crazy woman from the week before?
No, yeah, because of that. Not just
And
in
so
general.
much, and like
Just in general,
everything.
when you call someone fine, you're saying that you're fine. Like, you're not trying to say,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, you're fine. Like, it's not.
Yeah, but she's like,
Can you
my
imagine
baby's so
Americans?
fine.
Yeah.
But can you imagine Americans saying the baby is fine? I would look at you weird because you're American. I know what you think fine means.
Yeah.
If an
Yeah.
African auntie right now said you're fine, I'm like,
Fine
cool.
girl,
Bet, like,
fine
gas me
boy.
up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's about context, about where you're from, culture, and
Yeah,
all that.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because people are going to misunderstand it
Exactly.
for something completely different when
exactly.
she doesn't even mean it like that.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, we love Rihanna still. She did
Yeah.
amazing at Super Bowl.
Love her.
She got baby number 2 on the
stand
way.
her.
I
Happy
know,
to
so
go.
happy.
Yes.
And
love
yeah,
her.
I'm glad.
Aw.
Another thing that annoyed me actually, when people
Yeah.
were like judging Rihanna for the Super Bowl performance. Like, obviously, I know that Super Bowl is meant to be this lively, big ass concert that's theatrics, and Rihanna's never done that, right? She's never really been a theatrical
That
person's
person.
performance. Like, she
Yeah.
performs our cute little 1-2 steps, and then her
Yeah.
songs are like bangers.
Bangers,
So
yeah.
they expected like this theatrical performance, which I get because it's Super Bowl. You're supposed to be doing that, but at the same time, the girl was pregnant.
Yeah, I was saying that.
And
that's the
she's
same thing I
Rihanna.
said. I
Like,
said-
she's
and
Rihanna and she's pregnant.
She's Rihanna and
She's pregnant.
Like, yeah.
There's one
The
guy
fact
on
that she
TikTok,
even made it to the
Yeah.
to
Right,
the,
you know?
you know,
There's
that's
one guy on TikTok stuffed like a pillow under his shirt and went hard. Did the choreography, but went hard in it.
Yeah.
Like, see, Rihanna could have gone hard with the baby.
What
in
do
the
you
bum.
mean?
Oh,
A pillow
baby,
for the
pillow
baby.
and a baby, like
A pillow, baby waist.
By the way, she
way
just had a baby
Exactly.
as well.
Like,
Like, you know,
true.
crazy.
I'm like, sir, you ate, but you're coming
No,
down
you
wrong.
thought you
That's-
thought you
thought
did
that's
something
special, bro.
Yeah.
he thought.
No,
That's-
but
that's
it's
not
also
fair.
how some certain celebrities like Beyonce, Cardi
Yeah.
B, like they.
Cardi them did Super Bowl.
No, she
No,
didn't.
but
She didn't.
when
But
she
like when she was
performed-
pregnant,
oh, yeah,
do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
they
Goes
went
super
hard. Do you
hard,
know what I mean? So
yeah.
like
Yeah.
we've
Well, we
kind
know
of
her
seen
struggles,
women
yeah,
now,
exactly.
like
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
but maybe back in the day, like you'd be like, oh, when a woman's pregnant, you know, she's home at home.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
But now you're
Yeah.
seeing women pregnant doing big things.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
we kind
It's
of expect
like-
a lot from them, and
yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
do you know this is not easy?
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. That's
the
the
tea.
tea.
That's just
the
the Rihanna tea.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So actually, If and I had the conversation like the other night, literally last night until like 3 a.m. about
Love
Hollywood and their love for pedophiles and the love for just this really messed up world they live in. So we talked about, of course, we talked about Leonardo DiCaprio, and he has a 19-year-old girlfriend, I believe now.
yeah.
And we all know there's a meme about, you know, how Leo, as soon as they turn
Doesn't date,
25,
yeah.
they
He just
dubs
like,
us.
yeah.
So literally for the past, I don't know, maybe 15 years, 15 years, maybe a bit more than that, he's been dating under
It's a
25
long
for a
time.
long time, right?
And how old is he? He's like
48 or 49,
bro,
right?
Yeah.
crazy.
And obviously, she's legal, yes, but legality doesn't mean morality. They don't always
Facts.
coincide. We know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were talking about how, you know, it's just insane that this can happen. But I said, I kind of compared it to like Paul Walker, right? Rest his soul. Rest his soul.
Yeah.
He had a girlfriend at 16 when he was like 30, I believe, or 32. And they were together until he died, so like about 8 years.
Okay.
So in my mind, I was thinking that even though that's wrong,
Yeah.
don't misquote me. It's wrong, it's illegal, it's meh. It's the pattern
He
scares
doesn't
me.
have a pattern.
The pattern, yeah, like the pattern of Leo scares me more than
Than
the
the
one off.
But Paul
Paul.
Walker
I
died
agree.
before he could show a pattern. Just saying.
But he was there for
Just
8
saying.
years. What pattern
But
could
they
have
was-
happened?
yeah,
You don't
they
know,
were
like-
together
died.
for
They'll
a
get
long
married,
Okay,
I think, I
okay.
believe.
If they got people get married
Engaged.
and people get divorced,
Yes, but
Yeah.
and then what if he did it again and we're
then
just gonna be like,
then of course, then yes, I'm saying. But if it was just a one, but okay, also it was like a one-off. They got married, they just lasted forever. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's right. Don't get like. I still think it's
but
wrong.
you're saying it's very scary
it's
when
just scary, y'all.
like and nobody's doing nothing about
it's
it.
scary ones. Scarier ones is a pattern.
But you can't do anything about it. The person is legal. Well, the 16-year-old was
illegal. Hella illegal.
crazy. But like seeing someone, yeah, it's just I can't even. It just
Yeah.
makes my
No, but I
skin
get what you're
crawl.
saying.
I mean, to
about
think
pattern is
personally,
worse.
oh, would I date someone who's 30 or 40 odd?
Yeah.
No.
Like how
You
old are you?
wouldn't.
How old are you guys?
I'm
That'd
20.
be 10
What,
years
or
older than
20.
you.
If it's 21,
I would date
I
someone
couldn't-
who's 25.
I couldn't think the 16-year-olds now.
I would take
I've
some-
I
said
think my
anyone that-
limit is 25. I will not
Yeah,
go
same.
above
I can't do
25.
it.
Oh,
either.
40.
Although,
Oh my god.
I mean, wait, there
Wait,
is
did you just say you wouldn't date anyone that is over the age of 40?
No, 40 is my limit.
there is someone that
I'm
I
joking.
know.
Oh, baby, hello.
She's 19 and he's 29.
So that's 10
How long?
years.
How long together though? When did they start dating? When she was like how old?
I think she was 18. I want
Okay,
to
that's not.
say.
It's not crazy,
is
but
not,
it's,
like-
it's
It's legal.
It's
It
that's the
is,
thing.
but it's
So,
weird.
It's still a bit.
That's the thing.
I don't
That's
understand
an
how can you
8, 10, 9
how can you
There's
get on with
such-
someone?
But do you know what?
with that age gap?
Yeah.
Do you actually know
you're, like,
what? It's
different.
about where you are at life.
Like
and
I
at
love
that
an older
stage-
man. I'm here for it. But
I love a
like,
rich man, rich older man.
Period.
That fair enough. Fair enough if that's what you're into.
You know.
Sugar babies,
what you're
all
into,
of that.
okay.
Okay, guys.
She's
I'm
getting
excited.
And if he's listening, he's rich.
But I'm
and
just
has
saying,
money.
if you're going for a rich
Yeah,
guy,
okay.
if you're going for an older guy, like, don't go for a broke one. Like, come on.
Ife.
But I'm just saying, if you're going for an older guy,
Yeah.
if you're going for an older guy and he's broke, then if he's not made it by 50,
Love
I don't
is
know.
love. Love is love.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
but
yeah,
No,
love
if-
is
yeah,
love.
yeah,
Yeah.
what is-
you
if
know,
it's
at
actually
the end of
allergic
the day,
to
you
love,
have to
she's actually
use
allergic to
wisdom
love.
as well.
Yeah,
Okay, I feel okay.
You
So
know?
I actually grew up in a community where there were a lot of mums and dads that 10 years apart, 20 years apart,
Yeah.
Right.
and it's very normal. And
Yeah.
also in the same community, there's a lot of crazy like people dating below 18. I don't even know in Nigeria if they have a law against it. I don't know. I don't know if there's a law against it, to be
hope so,
honest.
who the hell?
But I just
Nah,
feel like it's
scary.
very like. So like maybe my mindset. I
I
also
feel like
need to think.
generation has to do with it as well.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Like the
Definitely,
parents, because I feel like
definitely.
in that time
It
it
was
wouldn't
different.
be classified as something of like it's
Wrong.
Bad.
Immoral.
bad. Like yeah,
Yeah.
just because at the end of the day they weren't really doing this dating
In fact, it was
thing.
an accomplishment
like-
to find a husband.
Yeah,
That was
Who's
when
rich?
When you're young, yeah.
I could take care of your entire family.
you know. And then there's that culture of like, oh, go to university, get married, have kids. This generation is so different. Everyone wants to make it. Everyone wants to like
Like,
get
which
their
is-
job
which is-
and everything.
yeah.
Correct.
And
Which is
obviously the
like
world
another-
has completely changed because obviously
Yeah.
there's meaning behind everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A 15-year-old girl dating a 40-year-old man or dating a 20-something-year-old man.
Anything less than
Just a bit, you know.
Okay, do you know how I gauge it? Would I let my daughter date a man? I would not be let. Even if you're 21, I'm 21 right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would let my 21-year-old daughter
Date or what?
like date anything more than 25, just because I would be
If
scared.
25 is so car, bro.
No, date anymore.
26 is coming on 21.
You're
That's
21,
so
I think
that's
it's
fine.
different when like you're a bit older. So say I'm like 25 and I'm seeing a guy who's
Guys.
35 or 40.
Which is
I think that's more
said-
acceptable.
yeah.
My mum,
listen, I said that I would date a 25-year-old. I could go like if it's love is
is
really
nothing.
hitting.
Yeah, I think that
No,
25
I'm
is a
saying
big
no.
gap.
I'm not saying it's a big gap.
Oh.
I'm just saying that I'm very wary of older men.
Okay.
So like I'm very wary of men. Period. So like
Yeah,
going
yeah.
for an older man, like
Don't
an
use
older
alleged
man
love.
is scary. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying that I'm at uni right now,
Right.
so I'm gonna be dating someone who's trying to get married when I'm not ready for that. So I'm
Right.
saying like there's all of that. Like
There's-
so I'm very scared when your age group is different. When your like age group is like massive, your age might not be that bad, but the age group is
The other
massive.
thing, it's not about age. It's not about age gap. It's about age group for sure. Because obviously people love to use the excuse about, oh, she's 16, he's 20. That's only 4 years. It's not about him being 4 years apart. It's about the fact that one is literally doing GCSEs, and one is like almost done with uni. That's it's like about stages in life. Like, of course, when you're 30, you're 34, no one cares. When you're 16 and 20, it's like, why are you dating a 16-year-old girl? Like, or boy? Like,
But that's
like-
illegal.
that's
Like
right.
stop talking about illegal.
That's what I'm saying,
like,
though.
that's
Like, people
wrong.
don't view like age gap and
That's
age
crazy.
group as different things. They think it's like all one thing sometimes.
Yeah.
Either way, Hollywood. We're talking about Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hollywood is just So I was just comparing about patterns to like one-offs. Obviously, it doesn't make it right. I'm just saying it's scarier to see a pattern
Yeah, I
of consistent.
agree.
You are growing older and your girlfriend's getting younger. Like,
That's
are
what I
you
was saying
like,
earlier.
what?
That I agree that I would feel so much more uncomfortable knowing that it's a pattern
Yeah.
and something that is just sticking to one person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, I just think that it's a bit because then it becomes. I feel like it's like a psychological thing.
It is, because why do you keep
You
going
know?
for these younger
It's like
people?
why do you want to
Yeah.
are you like do you want to prey on them? Like it's
Exactly.
like it's
You know,
It's
and then
weird.
you stop. You break up with them when they're like 25.
25 and then go start again. You start again.
It's like a cycle.
And I've heard it's because when they reach 20, I was a rumor that when they reach 25, apparently they want married and kids. He doesn't want that. But there's so many people in Hollywood, especially,
don't
who are
want that.
older than that and don't want kids and
don't want, like,
they're
literally.
gorgeous. Obviously, Hollywood is superficial as well. So everyone's like gorgeous, looking 10 out of 10 when you're like 30 plus. You know what I mean? So he can find somebody. Again, it's as long as they're legal. We thank God, but it's so close from like 1918, 17.
Or would you let your daughter do that, or your son do that? Would
You
you
can't,
let
it's not about
them
let,
do
because
that?
once you're legal, I can't say much, Ruff.
Yeah, but like
You
if
don't
they
really have
value your
control over it.
opinion,
I'll give them my opinion. But like, yeah, be careful. I'll be 100% be careful, because why are you with a 50
I'll say 100% don't do that.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Old enough to be your
No,
father,
it's
your
weird.
grandfather.
Yeah,
get
it's
kids now.
weird.
So
Yeah.
I'm just like, bro,
No.
because I'll think about it like, if I was in that position,
Yeah.
would I do that? And I
I
wouldn't.
wouldn't. Yeah.
So like, I'm gonna give you
Yeah,
advice
no.
based on what I would do. You know.
I think it's also just like, if okay, let's say the words you got pregnant or whatever, and you had kids, it's like your son is only, your children's only gonna know their dad until like maybe another 20 years. You know, the quality of life of a child with like an older father
It's
is just different.
Yeah.
And you yourself don't get to spend as much time with them as you would with someone who's close to your age. Like obviously, because of when you're growing old, you're like weaker. You don't, like, you know what I mean? Just the quality of life is just different.
Yeah.
I agree.
Safety
But-
and security
But like
first.
people are healthier, living for longer.
That's true.
So
That's true. For the sacrifice
those,
of babies,
for
that's
those,
True that.
what?
why. Hollywood is scary. I also I would love to be a part of it.
Yes. No.
Scary.
What? You love it, but what did you say?
I love being a part of Hollywood, like in general.
Oh,
like,
I
know.
not the crazy.
Yeah,
Not
not the
the
crazy part.
just like
Do you guys
racing.
believe Illuminati is real? Like, do you guys
Okay.
believe that it's real?
Yes, but not what people think. Illuminati was, I think something like Illuminati was like a group back in the day, like when I say 1800s, and that kind of was an enlightened group that went against the status quo. So they deemed them as evil because obviously they were going against what they believed in or what the law said. It's like, you know how they called women who were, I don't know, 25 and not married witches or stuff, that kind of stuff. They demonized the people who don't
Yeah.
follow their status quo. I think that's what Illuminati initially was. Then obviously over time, it's now become this like devil worshipping group to become famous, to become rich, whatever. So
Yes, what do you think?
something.
I used to think the Illuminati was real because I used to watch those YouTube videos of like,
Just play it backwards, innit?
You
Play
and
the
your
song backwards.
conspiracy theories.
like put the lyrics in backwards
Yeah.
and like
Literally.
I thought, Gravity Falls.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
Gravity Falls was
That was so demonic.
Yeah.
I can't lie.
I thought
that
because
was
of Gravity
weird.
Falls,
Even as a kid
like,
watching
Yeah,
it,
that was
and
weird.
pyramid
And
and
then
everything.
Nubian, what was that one where they were like?
House of Anubis.
That was weird as well.
Sabuna,
Yeah.
Sabuna, sir. Still, it was scary.
Yeah, so because of those shows, I thought it was real, and then I feel like I grew up, and I was like,
I don't think that Illuminati necessarily is real.
I
I
don't
think
know.
there's definitely people in the world who definitely do evil things to get fame. I don't think
that.
Illuminati in
Like
general,
spiritual evil stuff or like
spiritual evil, physical
Sacrifice
evil, like a lot,
and
just like even normal evil stuff
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
become rich.
Balenciaga.
Like really, Balenciaga, bro. Like I feel like there's a lot of things people do. I don't think it's Illuminati in general, bro. Just individual scenarios where people do a lot of crazy things to get rich and famous. And because why is it like every big person, not big person, but like, okay, look at Elvis, right? He was like the king back in the day, king of pop. Why was your wife 14 years old and you were almost
That's
30?
so weird.
Like why is everyone
Yeah.
like why is Harvey Weinstein out here with the rape allegation? Why is Bill Cosby? Why is
R. Kelly.
Kelly, Woody Allen? No, what the someone.
that.
Just
There's
there's
so
too many.
Yeah.
Why does Hollywood love to perpetuate this idea of rape and pedophilia? Why is it so big? Why is it so
Or
prevalent?
maybe
It's like-
Yeah, that's
maybe
It's
it's,
like
a
how-
problem in society, but just because we focus on them,
because they're
it's
big.
just a
Okay,
group
yeah,
that
yeah,
we're
that makes
actually.
sense. That makes sense.
It's like
Who
the
knows?
same thing of
This
like,
is so
you know
weird.
how like, I don't know if it's just Netflix, but how they make documentaries
Right.
like on like killers and murderers, and they kind of like romanticize, like they make
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the Ted
the
Bundy
character
one.
likable, and then people then
Do you
feed
think they
into
made
that.
them? Like in Ted Bundy, you know, when the series? Do you think he was romanticized?
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
No, he wasn't romanticized. I don't think he.
Not
I think they did
romanticized,
well.
but they
But
make
people
the character
are just
like,
sick. I just think people are
more
sick. I'm so
likeable.
sorry.
Like,
And
they make him-
attractive,
I don't know.
Bro,
Like, I
he's
just feel like
he's chopping people and putting them in the freezer. What's likable about that?
No, but it's
Oh,
like
but he's so
feeding- I think
attractive
that-
and he's so
it's-
mysterious and he's got
exactly,
this look
we-
about him.
this
That's what I'm saying,
generation-
This is what
then
Esther's
start
saying.
thinking-
It's
that's what I'm
like
saying, that people start
But
there
thinking
is
but
like
something
that.
producers,
about
but I'm saying,
it
like-
that makes us want to like, I don't know, like
Yeah.
look
But
at these
isn't
people
that our
go,
sickness? Isn't not me personally,
It's
but
so
isn't that
sickening. So sickening.
It's
It
sick.
is.
But do you think the producers or the director like, oh, I want to make this person
No, I really
likable?
don't. I really don't
They
think that
don't
was
do
right.
that.
I
Yeah,
don't
but
think
like
so.
it's like they create. I just think that it's the way they create the story and the way they tell the story.
I don't think that was Ryan Murphy's intent.
Yeah, because obviously it's all.
No, but that's not the only show.
obviously
It's all
Yeah,
written,
yeah,
It's like
constructed.
Anna Delvey.
It's all written
Like
yeah.
obviously she's
she's not
still
she's not
from the
serial killer,
rich,
though.
like don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
The rich have like stolen from everyone else. So, you know, you do you.
Listen,
But
I'm a true crime like lover. Like true crime is my thing, right? So obviously there's certain shows, certain movies that they use certain actors. Like Evan Peters is obviously a big name, and Ryan Murphy's worked with him a lot.
Yeah.
So he obviously knew that this guy had the chops to portray Dharma in the best way possible. Of course, the families who actually were the victims, the family of the victims hated the show. They said they didn't want the show to come out.
Yeah.
They felt disrespected. So of course I understand their pain, because why would you want to see that repeat?
That's what I'm saying. So like you keep making stuff based
But
on
I don't
that.
think they made drama likable. They really did make him likable. I watched.
But that's not. That's
why I
what
watched it. And it
Yeah,
didn't
I
make
knew
me
that specifically that one. But I'm saying that there's other.
And yeah,
other
Yeah,
ones
there are
that
other ones.
Oh,
they've
there's
made it
plenty.
so
There's
like.
plenty.
There's
It's
a word
weird.
I'm trying to say. I can't remember.
I get you,
There's-
Esther.
I know that,
I get what you're saying.
Like
Yeah.
when Zac Efron played Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy, yeah.
But that was on purpose,
Yeah.
because Ted Bundy was known for being a good-looking guy. That's what they
Yeah.
did on purpose.
Peop-
They tried to
people,
heart
they
on
already
purpose.
before
That was
before
it, that
his
was the
story
thing.
was even told, people were already
That's it.
liking the
No,
guy.
Ted Bundy had a whole cult during his time. Ted Bundy had following, like girls or group of women.
People who
respected
liked
his
him.
stuff. Yeah, they
because
loved
he was
him.
a handsome
They
guy.
went to court and cheered
And I'm
his
like,
name.
this is a murderer.
Listen.
Let's first of all start there.
I think they need to study the psychological brain of
Ellice,
this
are you part of that
sickness.
group?
No, I don't love them. I'm just interested in the stories. No, relax. I just like true crime.
But isn't there a weirdness in liking true crime?
No.
Let's be honest.
Wait,
I'm just
why?
saying, like, let's be
No.
vulnerable. Let's be honest. Like, isn't there like just wanting to turn it on and like listen and just isn't there a bit of
It's morbid, but I'm a morbid
Yeah,
person. So
I
I'm
feel
not
like it's
really-
more of a
Yeah.
curiosity thing,
It's
though.
curiosity.
Do you think?
It's morbid. I can't lie. It is morbid. But
Yeah.
I find it intriguing though.
I
I like
find
watching
those things scary.
documentaries and
I like
true
dark
crime stuff.
stuff.
I
I
find
can't-
them scary.
I like
It's
dark
so-
stuff. I can't lie.
It's
really.
mind-baffling how
interesting.
someone could do that
Do
to
these
someone,
things.
basically.
Exactly. I want to know how you got
Yeah.
away with it for so long.
Yeah.
What was like the
Yeah.
motivation? Why did you do it? Like, were you abused as a child? Did you just become psycho? I want to know. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
I think just
She wants to know so
I
she
just
can
wanna-
avoid.
And I feel like,
yeah. What's
No, I feel like-
that's true.
like their childhood as well has affected.
100%.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And
Like,
English
look
is
at
bliss,
R.
bro.
Kelly. Like, we were talking about that, and like, can you guys really separate, you know, an artist from, you know, what
Art.
they've done?
Artist
From the art. Yeah. Can you really? Do you guys feel
Okay,
like you
let's talk
can?
about this one's someone who's very current right now, Chris Brown.
Yeah.
That one, he's literally touring the world right now. He's
Yeah.
in London. My friends are
Yeah.
going to go to his show next month, I believe, or a few weeks. What do you think? Okay, so obviously everyone knows Rihanna was his like main victim. Everyone knows
Yeah.
Rihanna's big as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
But there were allegedly others, right?
Yeah.
Karichi, for
Yeah.
example. Actually,
Yeah.
not allegedly. Karichi had the literal restraining order against
It's
him.
him, yeah.
Obviously, we know Rihanna has publicly forgiven him. So everyone loves to use the excuse, oh, Rihanna's forgiven him, so why shouldn't we forgive him? Come. But there's others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and obviously it's been almost 15 years. He
Yeah.
had children now. He's grown
Yeah.
to what we've seen. We don't know how much he's grown because we don't know
Yeah.
him
Because you don't
personally.
know what's happening
So
behind the
do
scenes
you-
as
You don't
well.
know him.
Do you?
Yeah.
I personally, he was my first concern. I used to love him. I don't care about him now, not because of the Rihanna thing, just in general. I just don't care
for
about him
Yeah,
that
same.
much, even though he's a great artist. So I can separate the art from the artist because I don't care about him. But I think if it was someone I did genuinely love, like Beyonce or something, and something crazy came out about her, would I be able to separate the artist?
I think
Would
that's-
you guys be
I
able
don't know,
to?
because for me personally, I think about like movies as well.
Yeah.
That brings me back to Penn Badgley
I love
and
him.
and
So
Joe,
good.
because I can separate the character
That's
from.
different.
But that's
That's
different.
different.
We
That's
know
different.
it's
That's a character,
fiction.
though. That's
Yeah,
fiction.
we
That's
know we
meant to be
didn't.
fiction.
No, but I get you.
So
I do
because
get
of
you.
that, I'm so like stuck on. I can separate. I think I'm able to separate.
But it's not the same, though,
But
it's
because
real
of that
things.
specific situation, I don't really like Chris Brown.
Yeah, same.
Because
Same.
of
And
that.
that's fair.
I'm literally
Because
the
I'm like
same.
thinking in my mind that is it weird that I think that people don't change? I believe you can grow.
Of course you
I
can.
believe
But
you can
people
grow, but
don't
like
Yeah,
that.
it be
really
can't
change.
change.
So
Yeah.
you still,
Yeah.
if you did that to somebody, you have the nature to do it again, even if you don't mean to do it again. It's
yeah.
possible.
I don't know if I believe that.
No, okay,
It's
okay.
techie.
You can change.
Because
Of
you don't
course.
know what's happening behind the scenes. You don't know if there's anyone else of recent.
Exactly, you don't know what's going on. Okay,
know?
I feel like
It's not
I
like he
don't
hasn't
like
grown,
him
though.
as like I don't like him because of that, but I don't feel like it's not based on the fact that he can't change. I don't know about him, but
That's what I'm saying.
for
Like,
me,
he could have grown from that.
Yeah, he
which
could
is
have.
fine.
But I feel like for me, it's just like there're just some things that I just can't get over, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
one of it.
same.
Yeah.
So I feel like
Very,
everybody
like-
has that one thing, like that one crime or
Yeah.
that one thing that
Thing
they
they
just
can't
can't
get
ever look
over.
over.
Yeah,
And for
exactly.
me, that's
Yeah.
just it.
Same.
So I find it very difficult, and I
That's
can't.
how I feel about Mark Wahlberg as well. You guys know Mark Wahlberg?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
You just look at me like, yeah. So like he had this thing back in the day where he was like he was arrested and charged with like stoning and beating elderly people and black people for race. There was hate crime basically, hate crimes. Like it was him and his group of friends.
That's deep. That don't go.
That's
that
insane.
don't
And
leave.
obviously that was 30 plus, almost 30 years ago. right now, not because I genuinely believe he's grown from that, just from like seeing him. But like, it's just like when I look at him, I'm thinking the fact that you had the capacity to do that, it's just like, I watch his movies still to this day, and I still like him. I still watch interviews, whatever. But it's like I just look at him thinking, the fact that he had the capacity to do that once upon a time, it's kind of scary. Yeah. How do you go from hate crime, racist to also he's in a rap group was very hypocritical. How you hated black people but in a rap group? But okay, Marky Mark. But then he did that once upon a time in his 20s or 19 or teenagers to like, it's like where like it's like.
Okay. And that could be the line.
Reform races are just interesting, you know.
That could be that line for you
because each person has like that line. So at the end of the day,
what do you think your line is? Yeah, it's like what do you think? Like, you know, the thing that you're just like, it's really hard for me to get past.
No matter what,
I can't.
Yeah.
It would have to be something like that I can't comprehend that someone could do.
A lot of things.
There's a lot of things, though.
A lot of crimes all the time.
Do you feel like it's like individual to the person that you could literally look at someone and be like, I can never see you doing this one thing, and they go do that one thing, so, and then a different person is like each different person has like a different thing that you just can't see them doing. Do you feel like that?
Like, does it depend on the closeness you feel
of your relationship with the person?
Yeah.
I feel like, nevertheless, if someone does something that's like I couldn't get over, no matter if they were my best friend or a stranger, I'd still find it still like, oh, that's a really disgusting thing to do.
Yeah.
Therefore, you have to acknowledge though that when obviously if it's somebody you're close to, I think it hurts more because you're close to this person, so you expect to as well.
Yeah, that is a thing. But I just still feel like the act of it is still wrong, coming from anyone.
Yeah, I agree.
Like with celebrities and things, like this person, like that person, but I wouldn't actually be to the point obsessed with someone because you don't know like what they're capable of.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Like, like if someone, I don't know, like a celebrity did something and everyone's like really shocked that they did it, you wouldn't expect them to do it, but they've still done it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like, would I still dance on TikTok to Chris Brown? Yes, I would. Would I go to his concert?
No.
Maybe not. Probably. Do you know what I mean? No. So I feel like it's just a balance of it, and just, you know, I'm also not convinced that he treats women to like just everything like
it's like what's happening right now with the whole like obviously like those girls, the black girls that couldn't.
But then she backtracked.
Yeah, she did backtrack. She said that it wasn't about Chris Brown. We were just going to a club about Chris Brown. So those who don't understand what we're talking about, so basically black girls were going to a club that Chris Brown was at, and they got a VIP section or whatever to actually to meet him to that club,
not to his
so like they were like, oh, they said black girls are not allowed, basically. That was long story short. Chris Brown was ready that day. He went on his Instagram. He was posting saying that he never said that, all of that. And the girl came out and said that, you know, it wasn't Chris Brown that said it. It was just the club that said it, that they weren't allowed. Like, black girls weren't allowed.
This happened before, though. This same incident about Chris looking like dark-skinned girls or black girls in his corner.
Yeah.
Happened a few years ago. I remember a similar story happened a few years ago. The same thing, that he want any black girls or dark-skinned girls in his section.
Things like that don't happen if you don't really think like that. I'm so sorry. Like, things like that don't happen.
But again, if he had grown out of it,
but some people are okay with having preferences. So if you have preferences,
that's a whole other
thing. But I'm just saying, you know, just drop that in there. But yeah,
I get you.
Yeah, so honestly, but I feel like we've really delved into the deep, the
nitty gritty,
the deep end. Yeah,
Jack.
It was.
We're just talking about it. Surface level.
What do you guys think of Love Island last night?
Yes.
Oh, Tanya, babe, this girl. Hey, Tanya, you really shook me, because I was like. She'll already get on my nerves a little bit, because I just realized she's very entitled. Like, she gaslit the F out of Martin, bro. Yeah. Martin's out here talking about...
I feel so bad for Martin.
Honestly,
I do.
I really do.
That was so embarrassing.
He was there saying, like, there's something wrong with us right now. I don't feel the same.
I love that he's articulating the way he feels, though. Like, he could just let it go.
You can tell he's well educated.
He is. He knows his rights.
He's like a Nigerian uncle, I can't lie to you.
No, leave Martin alone.
I just feel like...
You're insincere, but liar. But it's true, because he's telling you that there's something wrong with us right now, and she's like, nah, we're cool. Obviously not, because you went to go kiss Shaq in the night.
Yeah, that was
why
so...
Why is that
very muggy?
That was very
disrespectful.
So muggy.
I just feel like the whole Casa thing is really like...
Casa's
it really shook the villa, you know.
Well,
Yeah,
no
it
one
did,
was
but I
secure.
feel like it's really unfair on the Casa girls. Like the
Why?
Yeah,
girls that
because the
came
girls
in,
never actually-
they formed a connection with some of the guys. Proper got on, proper had
Like
kisses and
Casey and-
cuddles and all
Yeah.
that intimate shit.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, oh no,
Okay,
I'm
okay.
going back to my girl, which is fine.
I hear that.
But it's like
But there's a different.
Wait,
there's
how
that
does
whole
it show,
thing
though?
of
Wait,
like,
it happens in
you
real
don't
life
need
as
to-
well.
You
Yeah,
don't
of
need
course
to
it does,
kiss
yeah.
someone to know if like there's a connection there. That's that whole
That's
thing.
true.
That's true.
That's
yeah,
true.
that's true.
That's
I
true.
agree with that.
No,
Because you can just chat to someone and
That
see
is
if you
so
pick up
true.
the
If you see
vibe.
that there's a vibe there.
It doesn't matter. There's a vibe. Stop lying. You didn't have to lip
I
her.
swear,
Exactly.
I
They
swear,
didn't.
Tanya and Martin didn't kiss for a while.
They didn't kiss until
Yeah.
the like the
No,
day
but
before.
her
Yeah.
flirting was cheating. I'm
Her
sorry.
flirting was
She was like,
hard, bro.
oh, like if I
Yeah.
was outside the villa, I'd have kissed you by now. What,
Yeah.
Tanya? What
I
are you
think
talking
I
about?
just it
Yeah.
was just secondhand embarrassment.
It
That
was
whole
bad.
speech.
The speech was
I just
bad,
feel like
bro.
if she said the speech and she didn't mention
Say
the
that she
kiss,
kissed.
that would have been fine.
'Cause how you gonna
Why
tell-
are you telling everyone that it's a secret
before
and
Martin
then
knows.
you go then tell everyone
Oh,
out
bro.
loud? I don't
Yeah.
understand.
And Martin's like, excuse me, what kiss? Like he looks confused.
He looks confused.
How are you gonna tell the villain before you tell your boy? That's so
Yeah,
disrespectful.
like-
I'm so sorry. Obviously, I'm here for the drama though, because it's part of Love
Yeah.
Island.
Yeah,
But people
I love
forget
the
the
drama.
point of Love Island is for drama, not for drama, to make connection. So of course, if you go to casting and find a connection of a girl, that's the point of the show. You're meant
yeah.
to do that.
Which is
But
okay.
my thing is, Tanya said, "I love you," and that's just dumb.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
a really
yeah.
big
Oh,
thing.
yeah, I love you.
Because
That's
I
a
feel like
really huge thing.
After 2 weeks is first of all, after
Yes,
2 weeks,
after
it wasn't
2
love. I'm so sorry, it wasn't not love. I don't believe it. I don't
Absolutely.
believe either of them were in love after 2 weeks. I think now they're probably in love. I think
yeah, 'cause
now,
obviously they spent like
right? But
almost
before
6
that
weeks
was not love. That was like infatuation or something.
Yeah.
Because
I just think
2
it
weeks
was-
in, and you
it
guys
was
barely.
just not-
No, stop it.
literally.
Bro, maybe Shaq loved her, you know.
That's what I'm saying.
because-
Shaq loved
I
her.
think
but
he
she
did,
didn't-
yeah.
I don't think she loved him.
Oh,
at
I
that
don't. I
time.
don't think she did.
I think she
100%
only
not.
said it because she didn't want him to feel bad.
Because yeah, you're
But
scared,
as
I
a
know.
grown woman, you shouldn't feel
some people
pressured.
can't handle it though.
No,
Say
then
that.
then why are you going into a relationship if you can't do the first
But a lot of
thing
people
is like
do that.
I can't say I know, but that's so bad, and I wouldn't want to tell. Not like I'm gonna tell a guy I love him or anything,
That's
but
See,
I
allergic to
I-
love. It's a thing. One of them, of course. If it's allergic to love.
but I
of course
don't
you-
want to tell
But
a
she
guy
told
I
us
love
that she
him.
loves love.
Okay,
No, she
yeah,
loves
I
other
love love,
people,
but I'm not
not for
stupid.
herself.
I love love, but I will act accordingly. I will act
Yeah.
properly. I'm not gonna. So like, if I don't want to tell I love you and then make you feel like you're forced to say it. I would never say that. I'll even say like, don't feel like you have to say that. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, but that's
Do you love me?
girl. Anyways,
Tell me,
thank
say
you
it, say
so
it.
much, guys.
Say you love me. Say it.
I love everybody here
Nice.
except somebody.
That was so
That's
painful for her to say.
It's
That was
screaming.
extremely
I know.
painful
Guys,
for her.
she's
to say.
vomiting.
I know, guys.
love everybody.
And it's crazy because I'm supposed to be the cold one in our friendship, but she's
Yeah.
actually colder than me, right?
That's
Esther.
true.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's crazy.
That's true.
Are you
Well-
cold-hearted?
Yeah, but-
She's a
Well,
cold-hearted girl.
Well, she's cold. She is cold. I'm cold all the time, which fair enough. There's moments I am, but Ife is cold.
do you know what? I just don't.
Stones
I'm just.
break.
I find it hard to give affection,
Oh, okay.
but I'm working on it. Okay, can
Are
you
you?
give me a
That's
minute?
understandable.
Somebody
though.
find if a
You better
man.
slow
She's looking for a man, a rich
The
man.
thing she says though, not just that. I think she says and does, not just affection, but not physicality. But what you say, it's just bloody
I
hell.
just feel like some
pessimistic.
people just act stupid in the name of love, and I just don't want to be that person. So I want to.
You've
I
done
want to.
it. Remember?
Okay,
Remember?
I learned from my mistakes,
I'm glad
and
you
I
have.
move on.
Amen.
But anyway, that's a good note to end this podcast on. Thank you guys so much
for listening. Make sure you follow us on our socials at Ice Tea with the Drop of Yaz on Instagram, TikTok, and Spotify. Thank you. Anyone else want to plug their socials?
Thank you guys for having me. I had so much fun.
Our episodes come out every Sunday at 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
You want to plug your socials, anyone?
Well, it's
Go on then.
It's Ife with _E_fash on Instagram. Love you
mine's
guys.
really simple. Mine's just yasminmarie.02, but it's Yasmin with an E in the end.
It's very simple. And then she goes,
It is. It's literally just yasminmarie.02.
Mine is afopsy359.
And Elise.
Mine is Elise_101.
Thank you guys so much. See you
Love
next
you
week.
guys.
Bye.
Oh yeah, am I ready now? Let's have a good time. You only live once, so let's do it right.